Hello, now I'll be doing 1.1.2 of the same question paper. So, as I said, these are quadratic equation. So, the highest power is 2. So, we'd expect them to have at most 2 solutions. So, when you are doing this one, so they're saying solve for x of x squared plus 10x plus 8 is equal to 0. So, when you have a problem like this, they said here, correct to 2 decimal places. So what this does tell you is that this a hint that the way you can solve this easily is to use the quadratic equation. That indicates that this one doesn't have rational factors. So that does not have a rational solution, this equation. So what you should do is to try to use the quadratic formula, because this one serves as a hint that if you're solving for x of this equation, correcting to 2 decimal places does tell you that the solution for this equation, chances are not rational solutions. Chances are you have an irrational situation. So to do this, you use the quadratic equation. You know the quadratic equation is x is equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This is how the quadratic equation is. So the second step is to substitute this equation into your quadratic equation. You are solving for x. So x is equal to negative b. Your b is 10 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 10 squared minus 4a. Your a is 1. Your c is 8. They're all under square root, all over 2a, which is 1. So when you're in this stage, the next step you do is to simplify the part that is under the square root there, which means your x is equal to negative 10 plus or minus. So you use your calculator to simplify that part that is there. So this is 10 squared minus 4 times 1 times 8. This is 68. So here we have the square root of 68 all over 2 over 2. So this 68 here is not a perfect square. So your solution is irrational, which is why they even gave you that hint there that you should correct to 2 decimal places. The next step you do is to punch out all in the calculator and write down the values of your x and y. Of your x values. So it's negative 10 plus square root of 68 divided by 2. So we do it for plus first. So your x becomes negative 0.88, or your x will equal, so in the second part you substitute for the minus, so negative 10 minus the square root of 68 over 2. In this case it's going to be negative 9.12. So these are your x values for the second problem.